Ah ha ha. Hello everybody. It is 7:01. I thought this would go on itself, but it looks like it's not. And I think this thing is backwards. So let me see if I can make this go forward. How is everybody tonight? It is not snowing out again. Thank the Lord. Here, is that better? Well, now it's kind of sideways. Well, we didn't check for that, did we, Brian? Well, you guys going to be able to, how am I going to do this? We have nobody watching, so that's okay. Oh, well, here I thought I was all ready to go, but it turns out I'm really not. So if that's that way, it's backwards that way. How am I going to fix that? It should be. Let me see if I go up here. Well, hi, guys. Nobody's on right now, so maybe this will give me something to do. Hey, Tom, I'm upside down and sideways.
You good, honey?
No, I'm not. I'm freaking because this is sideways. See how the words here says happiness backwards?
Oh, why is that?
I don't know, but Brian and I worked on this.
Is the camera turned on?
Is the camera? I don't understand that. I already did that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and that's because it was like this and then it was upside down.
Oh, now it's upside down. Oh,
Yeah.
You don't want that. It's better the other way.
Yeah. Well, you guys, we're going to have it backwards
All
until
right.
we figure this out.
Okay, well, just read it to them.
Okay, then I'll read it to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that.
I don't think anybody's here anyway right now. They
Yeah.
might be watching on the replay.
Are you sure it's like that on the feed?
Oh, I didn't think to look there. I think Brian said something about that.
The feed might be okay.
I think Brian said something about that. Oh my gosh, you're right, but it's really pixelated here. Oh my gosh, you're right, but it's really pixelated here.
Oh, it sure is.
Oh my gosh, you're right, but it's really pixelated here. And I don't want to have another bad video. Hello, everybody. I don't think anybody's here yet. I don't know if I can.
Is your lighting the same, honey?
As last week, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is your lighting the same, honey?
As last week, yes. Can you adjust this up? Can you go over there and put it up? Unscrew this part. Can you adjust this up? Can you go over there and put it up? Unscrew this part. See, no, I don't know how to do this unless. Where's the other one that makes this one tighter? See, no, I don't know how to do this unless. Well, we're only doing the third one, guys, right? You think by now I'd have it all ready to go, but we're only doing the third one, guys, right? You think by now I'd have it all ready to go.
This looks okay. That doesn't. It might be okay because this looks okay.
Well, this looks terrible,
No,
and that's what's.
That could be that iPad. I'm gonna dial it up online.
Okay, there you go. Well, let me go back. I'm just gonna go forward with Well, let me go back. I'm just gonna go forward with move this thing. Well, here I said I was gonna go forward, and I'm still futzing and putzing and all that good stuff. So. Okay. Futsy putsy. Now I don't know how to do this when I'm like not live. Someday I think I'll go ask Susan if I can come watch her when she does her. Susan Stampfield is one of the people in my upline sideline. Well, we'll just work with it this way. I keep saying that. Okay, So, hello everybody, and welcome to the Crafty Basement. It is now 7:06, 6 minutes into the live, and I'm turning off this so I don't hear myself because that is so annoying. But the title of my Tuesday night live on YouTube is "Use It or Lose It." And these are the cards that I'm going to be showing you how to make. And what I mean by use it or lose it, it's pretty funny. We'll come back to these. I just wanted to tease you with how cute those cards are. So before we get into that, here I have my script, and then I have my other little script. It says to welcome everybody. I did that. Welcome. It is not snowing here, but I just saw on somebody's Facebook that not a face. Yeah, it was a Facebook. I was looking at that before I came live. They say it's going to snow again Thursday night and Friday. And you know what? That is not a happy thing. And that cleared it up really well.
Did it really?
It really did. You-
Oh my god, it did.
well, now it's not, but anyway. So
No,
I
it's
have
not.
a couple of not questions, but a couple of classes coming up. And one is called Playing in the Rain. I don't usually go for cutesy, but when I got this in um, saw this in the catalog and some of the things that people were doing with it, it was like, oh my gosh, I don't do cutesy, but holy bananas, it is just too cute. So I'm thinking of doing 5 cards, each with a different fun fold for $20. I don't have the date set. So if you have a date that works for you, that's not on a weekend. I'm going to go see the baby. But here is okay, so here's the catalog. It's page 51 in our spring catalog. And what I did is I don't usually buy all of the whole bundle, but I bought all of this. And I think, is there a special thing for that? For the whole collection is $85.25. And that would include the stamps, the die cuts, this embossing folder, which is raindrops, these cute little flowers. I think I used them last week. I think I did. Anyway, they're teeny tiny little flowers that don't have sticky on the back, but it's pretty cool anyway. And then this paper is just adorable. It's got a scene here, and the other side is this pretty yellow. Then it's got like raindrops and raindrops on here, and they're kind of like they're embossed and shiny. So it's really cool the effect that you're going to get with that. Now, each of these two can be cut out with the dies that are up here. So there's a rabbit and a fox and a turtle, and of course clouds. But I am offering this class, if you want to do it as a to go, the here's the class down here. Okay, great. The bundle just for this and this, that's called the bundle with the dies and the stamp set. It's $54.75, and I'm going to offer this class. If you order the bundle, you get all four cards. Did I say 4 or 5? I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but at least. But anyway, I would order the bundle and the paper, all that together. Um, Without these other things, these two is a little bit cheaper, but 85 bucks, you get all these cards. It's be cute. I'm thinking of coming up with some kind of a special for you if you order the bundle or if you order this. Yeah, the sweet collection. It's a sweet collection. Ha ha. That will do something special for you. So anyway, that's page 51, and that's one of the classes I'll have. I haven't yet decided when, because this baby, you guys, I have to go see him. He's just started smiling this weekend, and he's so dang cute. But anyway, you all know if you have grandkids or if you have nieces and nephews, when they start to smile. The other series I'm thinking of doing is going to be a series. So you're going to do like 4 or 5 it's either fun folds or card layouts. So I was inspired by Jackie Bullhouse, who did this. She is with Klompen stampers. Um, Basically, you would make and have templates of the fun fold with all the dimensions on there, or a card layout, maybe a little bit of both. So you make a template, and then with all the measurements on there, then you're going to make a matching card to go with it. So it's going to be a series, because there's a lot of them out there, and I was thinking maybe doing once of those once a month. I haven't yet come up with dates yet, but I'm thinking that cost would be only about $15. And again, it would be about 4 or 5, depending on the complexity of them, um, cards and types of templates. So that's going to be a really fun class. I really am looking forward to that. So playing in the rain, and then a series of fun folds card layout type things. Okay, so now we're going to get into the cards. The first card that I have to show you, what did I do with the cards? You will need a trimmer to do this card. You're going to need a trimmer to do all of these cards. But basically, this is a triangle card. Basically, it's, you open it like this, and then this comes up like this. So this is one of the cards that I made. This is with, please don't ask me, it's in the main catalog, Flourishing Blossoms. I don't know what it is, but anyway. So I love this. And what it is if you were to make, okay, and there's 2 versions of this. So let me show you the 2 versions. Put this away for now. Okay. One is here where you lift this up. No, that's this version. Yep, it's this one. So this one is, you have a top triangle and a bottom triangle, but this one came out different. Oh, look at that. There's 3 different versions. You're saying, Colleen, all you're doing is confusing us. So if you look at this one, you've got, it's kind of like this, but this folds out like this. This one folds out. This one folds down. And then this one, you have it so that the 2 sides fold out. And this I saw, and people put like another little card in there. But I'm going to show you how to do this. It's pretty fun. It's really kind of interesting, and it's not hard at all. I don't do anything that's hard because I wouldn't be able to do it. So basically, the measurements are, and I have this in the description down below. The base card is going to be, and I'm just using typing paper now because I didn't want to waste all the paper and just making white. But anyway, you take your piece of paper, your piece of cardstock, and you get out your trimmer. Oh, here I'm going. Remember last time I had the sticky thing in there? I should have gotten a new piece of paper, but I didn't. So you're going to take your cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 11, and you're going to cut it long ways so that you have 11 inches by 4.25. Okay, then you're going to, let me see if I can bring this up. You're going to very carefully score it. So now you have, you remember you make these cards like this. You could go like this, make your folds. And here you have a card if you want to open it up like this, or if you wanted to open it up like this. Either one of those is just fine. However, on this one, you're going to cut a chunk of that one off. And you're going to, here it is, here it is here, if you were going to have it here. You're going to cut off the top part here. You're going to take this angle. Now, some people, you could just, make a regular card and have it like this. Like this. But you cut this one off. So it said to use it or lose it. I would lose this piece of paper if I didn't use it now. You know what? This is still a little low. I'm going to bring you up. See if I can really mess this up now. Well, at least I got more of the Who knows? Anyway, so this is to show you how to treat this half here, this little piece here. So to get that little piece off, and I believe each one is the same way. Let me just check. Yep, on this one, it's like that. On this one, it's like that. And on this one, it's not. And I wonder if I tried to, I think I tried to make this a portrait rather than, so forget this one. So, so what you're basically going to do is you're going to open up your cardstock after you have it, put it in the middle here, and you're going to go from the bottom left-hand corner right here to the fold right up here where the fold is, right up here, and you're going to slice that piece off. And to do it in your trimmer, I put a dot there because then my old eyes, they're not that old, but my eyes can see it. So you're going to take it from the bottom left corner and you're going to put that down here. Then you're going to slide this over so that the dot is here in your cutting blade. And there you have your point right in the middle of the cutting gully. I don't know if it has a name or not, but hello, I have 3 people watching. Can you, if you're here, hello, I'm so glad you're here. And I hope you're not going nuts like I'm not. But you're going to go from the top corner and you're going to go all the way down. And this is going to give you that triangle. And you're like, oh, yay, I did the first step. The next thing you have to decide is if you want to have a card that goes on the side here and opens up like this, or if you want to have your card okay, I figured it out. If you want your card to open up like my other one did. And doing, typing paper, isn't that what we used to call it? Printer paper? Anyway, I don't need to. Or whether you want to have it open up like this. So the one way is like this on the bottom, or if you wanted to open up like this. Okay, so and that just means, so once you've decided, let's just say we're going to do this card here. Okay, and we're going to have it, the 2 triangles coming from the top and the side, the left side. You're going to take your paper, you're going to figure out, well, I need it to go here. So this is the side that I'm going to need to put a fold on, or a, what do you call that? Score line. You're only going to do 1/8 of an inch score line. So you're going to take your paper. Let me get this little white thing out of here before it drives me crazy. I think I didn't have it quite where I needed it. Okay, so where was I folding it? Okay, like this. So along this point here, you want 1/8 of an inch. So you're going to, 1/8 of an inch is 1 little mark here and 1 little mark there. You're going to put it here because you don't want very much. I tried to do more than 1/8 of an inch, and it just didn't work out. So 1/8 of an inch on this side, and now you have your score line. You're going to take that and you're going to, I can get rid of this now. Okay, now we have a mess made. Yay. This is a messy video. Why go live? Next time, who knows what I'm going to do. So you're going to take that fold line here and you're going to put that on the inside of your card. So you're going to take and you're going to make a valley fold. Okay. And then you're going to take your glue and you're just going to put just a little teeny bit. And remember, glue should work really well. Oopsie. And I think I put way too much on there. So I'll take a little off. Oh, look, let's put it on the paper next time. So how did I do that? Did I put it on the, oh, see, I put it on the outside. So you're going to put your paper down, and you're going to take this one, and you're going to nestle the edge onto the, where it is folded, where it is scored. So put this where the score line is. I suggest that you line up this side with the score line here and not worry about the point here, because the point will not really matter. However, this part I think will. That's what I decided. So now you have the base of your card, which when you fold it, it'll go like this. You want to increase this. Increase that fold. Now you see this isn't right here, isn't quite right there. Not a problem. Just don't worry about it. It'll be just fine. Unless, of course, you really want it that way. But the bigger, the bigger your score line here is like 1/8 of an inch. That's about how much is going to be showing here. But like I said, in my opinion, I don't think it matters. So here you have this. Let me show you how to do the other one. Again, you take your, oh boy, I loved geometry when I was in high school. I really did. So you're going to take your 11 by 4 1/4, and you're going to cut from the bottom left-hand side all the way up to the score line here. And then you'll have this piece here. Now, if you remember the last time, what we just did is we took this piece and we added it here. But this time, we're going to add it to this side here. So let me move over. We are going to score this side here. You know, 1/8 of an inch is all you really need. And if you want to do a little bit of a smaller one. So again, you're going to score it at 1/8 of an inch. This time, I just put it up on this little piece of gray. Will you have the gray, if you have the Stampin' Up trimmer. Okay. And again, there I have this teeny tiny little score. And with this score, I'm going to fold it up. This is probably not enough, but I think it'll work for our purposes.
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network. You might want to check the connection settings in the Google Home app.
So, in the snow this week, what are we going to be playing with? I think I have 4 people watching. If you can say something, say hi to me in the if you can go to the boy, chats. You can make a chat. So here we're going to put our glue again along this piece that did it even get sticky? Nothing came out clean. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right down the side. And again, you're going to be mad at this thing being here. So we'll go over here. And you're going to put the paper up to the bottom, have the bottoms match this time. And again, if this top one is not going to match, but that's just going to be just how it is, and it's not a big deal. Okay, so now I have my base for a card that opens up on the bottom. Okay, so once you have your bottoms, you're going to take a piece of cardstock, and I know that I cut 2, and you're going to cut them. Maybe I didn't. Well, here we get to cut again in front of you with this horrible little thing. Don't think I did that. Okay, so then it says on the instructions down below, it says you take your designer series paper and you're going to cut it 5 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut off 5 inches by 3 1/4. 3 and Always check twice. What did they say that carpenter thing? Measure twice, cut once. It's like read the directions twice and cut once. So here I have 3 3/4 by 5. And then I'm just going to cut another one because I'm going to decorate that other one. So 3 3/4 and a little piece. Oh, use it or lose it. Oh, nope, I got one more. And again, this is where you want to be careful because remember last week I was talking to you about DSP that has a certain, like this has stripes. So with my cards here, when I was decorating this, I could do this because it was fine, but the stripes, I couldn't because if I were to, I'll show you. No, if I were, here it is here. If I were to take this and put it on where it would have gone, oh, that would have been right. Just be careful of how you do it when it's when it's obviously when it's going up and down rather. I would rather you use a piece of paper that is non-dominant. The lines don't go the same way. So now you're going to cut it the DSP from the top left to the bottom right. So here's my top left. I'm going to put it up here. Bottom right is down here. It's fun to nestle it into this little corner here. Can you see that? Probably not. But anyway, I'd like to nestle it. There we go. Right here along the line that the trough, which is totally not the right word. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it. So it has from the top left to the bottom right. Let's see if we have that down. I'm going to wait to do this. My card is here. I'm going to put one here. Where's the other one? And then this one didn't work. That's why I have this here, is because if you cut it like this, the other side, you're going to have to use the other side. So be sure that you like the other side and the other side together. This one works because of the colors match, which they usually do if you're doing top and bottom. So let's see this other one. I'll do it again. From the top left to the bottom right. Nestle it in there. Now we can get rid of this trimmer again. Okay. And now here's this one. And this one's going to go, remember this on the front here? And let's see if this one's going to work. Nope. Going to have to use the other side. So you're going to have to, excuse me, you're going to have to make sure that you like both tops and bottoms. So again, just to go over what this is, then we'll go on to the next one. I don't think I really want to finish this because it's just, okay, so I'll just put a piece of adhesive down the middle here. So here you had a piece of paper that was 11 by 4 1/4. You cut off this side of the triangle from up over here. You turned it around. You put a little bit of a, boy, I wouldn't even know what that's called. So we're going to fold this over, make sure my crease is good, and then we're going to add this piece of paper, making sure that we are equidistant on all those sides. Does anybody know what the name of this triangle is? You're right. It's isosceles. That means that none of the sides match. Okay, so here we have that one. We'll put some glue on here, just enough to show you. Make sure my folds are good and put it equidistant from each side. And here you have a card that opens up like this one. I did that one back. Oh, look, you can have it this way and then go that way. I really much rather have it like this, obviously. So here we have these cards and they open up like this. So you don't want to waste the paper when you're taking it off. So like this and like that. You can go back and watch the beginning of that. And then the other one will be this one here, where it would open up on the sides. I'm not going to bother to do that together because I think it's pretty late by now. Yep, 31. I only got one card done. This way and this way. And then it opens up like this and then decorate it. So that's card number 1. We're going to make 3, but I don't think I'm going to be doing all 3, which you're so lucky about. Let me find my little directions. Here we go. That was card number 1. So this is card number 2, and it's really not cut it off and use it, this one. What this one is going to be is, and then I am going to make this one. This one is the one with the hearts. This is where you're going to cut off part of this, the front of this card here, and then you're going to throw it away because you're not going to need it. But when you open it up, you see this DSP over here and here. So to do this card, and this is like the easiest one of all, if you ask me. So basically, this one's really easy. So you take your card, get your piece of cardstock. You're going to cut it again, not again, but 8.5 by 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5, which is half a piece of paper, and then you're going to fold it in half. Now, you guys are used to this because this is how you always make a card, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off 1 inch off the front flap. Easy peasy. So I'm going to line this up on my 1 inch side. I can see through this arm. And then I'm going to cut it. A new blade on here, so it's going to be really not so nice. Oh, it's not. So now we have our card base minus this piece here. And I probably should find something to do with this piece. I just don't know what to do with it because the other card's going to use it that we're going to be doing. So now you need also is a the DSP is 3.5 by 5.25. So it's 5.25 this way and 3.5 this way. And then this is 5.25 this way and 3/4 of an inch that way. So we're going to put this on the front part. And make sure your tulips are facing forward. Here is my line, my score line. That's so I can see it pretty well. Okay, I'm tired of winter. I'm supposed to be chit-chatting with you guys. Chit-chat, chit-chat. Brian's here. Hi, Brian. So much snow. Reframe the shot before you move on. Reframe the shot. That's because it keeps moving over, Brian. Okay. But my chair doesn't move. So anyway, so here we have this. And we're going to go to the inside and we're going to put, I suggest putting in the strip of designer series paper that's 3/4 of an inch wide first, because I think then it'd be easier to put the white, the basic white in there. Oh, speaking of basic white, it used to be called Whisper White. They're going to, Stampin' Up! Is going to be changing up their colors, this new catalog. So March 29th, if you're a demonstrator, you're going to get to see all the new, that's when we get to see the new catalog. So we'll be able to see all the interesting things that they've done. So here, this celebration, I was going to, buy a whole bunch of paper and get it all done so that I could get lots of celebration stuff. And then I decided, oh my God, if they're going to be doing a color switch, that means I'm going to be buying some ink pads and paper. So I'm going to wait until, and I won't get any benefits, but anyway. So here's a piece of the Whisper White. It used to be called Whisper White. Now it's called Basic White. And that measures, let's see here, 3 by 5.25. Oh, it's the same as the front piece. So you can do those two the same size. So if you forget the one, you could just go back and look at the other ones. Okay, enough of that one, Colleen. That was too funny. Way too funny. Better. Hi everyone else. Ha ha ha. Drop your comments below, Brian says. So here we're gonna go. So my nephew is coming up tomorrow. Oh my gosh. He'll be here in town over the weekend and tomorrow. So oops. You notice when I shut that, I had some of that white showing. I don't like that. So I'm going to, because I use the liquid glue, I can go back and realign this so that I'm not going to have that white showing. See, like this. There we go. Yay. So the next thing is you always want to put some kind of a greeting on your paper. I did not, I used a die to cut out the little scallops and then the little pokey holes here. Contoured, I don't remember. I should write those down. But anyway, I didn't this time. This I just have what I will have on the directions down below. Okay, so this is where you're going to put your sentiment. And I'll probably put a happy birthday here because we use happy birthdays more. So I would put the happy birthday here, stamp it. And of course I would stamp it first before I glued it, because if I messed it up on this side, I could always turn it over. That is one good thing about stamping up paper. It has two sides. Brian, I said that one for you. So I am going to glue them together since I'm daring, or I could just cut another piece of white paper if I mess up. Okay, so I'm going to put this on like this, and then I would put this on here like this, and you can put a ribbon around here if you wanted to, which I am not going to because I didn't bring any with me, but I'm going to do that before. What I would do is wrap the ribbon around here and then put it on with pop dots, and then probably decorate it too with some little pretties. So this is the other card. Easy peasy. Like I said, this one's easy. Again, I'll go over the measurements. You had a piece of cardstock that was 8.5 by 5.5. Scored it at 4.25. Then you cut off 1 inch of the front flap to put in your stash, because everybody needs a 1 by 5.5 piece of red cardstock. It'll probably come in handy at Christmas time. Okay, and then you're going to cut a piece of designer series paper, and one is going to be 3 inches by 5.25, and the other is going to be 3/4 of an inch wide by 5.25. Open it up. You're going to have white in here to write your message, and again, that's going to be the 3 inches by 5.25. And you're going to be putting your sentiment strip here. Oh, I didn't tell you what this was. It's the green, or whatever color you choose. It's going to be 3.25 by 2, and the white is going to be 3 by 1 3/4. And again, in the description, you'll have, that's card number 2. So we're done with that one, and we even made it on the picture show, the live. I'm still trying to get this out. Now, these cards here are of course they're way cool. It's because I made them. Oh, and just kidding. Ha ha ha. So these cards, this was for the Valentine class that I had, and then this is for the nursing home that I'm nursing home. It's not a nursing home, it's a senior living place. Anyway, we're doing gnomes tomorrow, so this is a card they'll be making. But basically, easy peasy. It's a fun fold. Oh, just wanted to say I love that we're friends. So that doesn't, not just a, anyway. If you look at this one, you'll see that the inside I layered the white on a green onto the white base. I could have done that here with that, but I didn't. But then I did again mirror the cardstock, the green cardstock on the white base with the DSP. So this one I didn't do any of it, and I bet you're just sitting there going, "Come on, Colleen, I see the card. How do you make them? And what do you mean by use it or lose it. So here I have again. I'm not going to really make one. I'm just going to show you how to do it. So you piece of cardstock. In this case, it's a white piece of, and you're going to again cut it at the 11-inch side. It's we don't usually cut. I mean, it's not a normal way to cut the paper at 4.5, 4.25. I'm going to go back here. We're going to score first just because we can. We're going to put this at 5.5 because our cards are going to be 11 inches by 4.25, scored at 5.5. So in order to save time, just because we can, we're going to start the paper by putting it at 5.5. And we scored it at 5.5. Now we're going to cut it, and we're going to cut that 11 inches. We're going to put this up here against the 4.25 mark. And when we cut that down, we have 2 card bases with our score line there. Okay. We're going to bring this down so that my corners match. We're going to bring this up and fold it in half. I'm just doing 2 at a time because it doesn't really matter. It's only one that you need to know. Okay. Okay. So here we have our base card or basic card. So what you're going to do is you're going to, again, on the front flap, you're going to slice off a piece. These cards are 2 different ones. This is long and skinny, and this is a little bit fatter and still long. So the one card was cut. I cut off, how much did I cut off? 3 inches. And on this card, I didn't cut off quite as much 3 inches. I just cut off 2.25. So that couldn't be right. Well, that's what it says I did. So I have to believe it. I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it off at 3 inches. So I'm going to take my front flap. I'm going to take the front. I'm going to cut that piece off. And I'm going to, there we go. Cut that off. Now this is like, you're either going to use this or you're going to lose it. Well, we're going to use it. Oh, 3 inches is way too much. Oh, that's the DSP. Okay, so it's 2.25 or 2.5. Since you can use this one too, you would just have to figure out what your DSP would be here, and if you want to make a big card. We are not going to do that. We're going to take this and take this off at 2.25, 2.5. But again, it doesn't really matter. I don't know if I said this. It doesn't matter how much you take off because it all depends on how much you want on the inside is what I really think. So reset. Okay, here we go. So you would cut your DSP so that it fit right here in the middle. Let's do this one again, but do the all stripes. So we know that this is 4.25, right? So we're going to cut a piece that's 4 inches tall. Oh boy. If anybody's there, can you tell me if you like up and down or if you want sideways? Let's see what someone might say. Does anyone there want to tell me what they're interested in? Looks like I lost people, so it's just you, Brian. I'm just not going to ask you. I think I'm going to put them sideways. They say sideways stripes make you look fat. Just kidding. So this, I have to measure from here to here. And this is, I should know, this is 3 inches left behind. So I want to take 1/4 inch off that. So 3 inches minus 1/4 is 2 3/4. And then again, I'm going to cut this other side down. Can you see what I'm doing? Probably not. That was 4.25. So I'm going to just slice this off at 4. Okay. So now this piece is going to be adhered right here. And I'm going to do that. Let's adhere that right now. Now I wish I had used real designer series paper because this is going to be cute. I could put a gnome here. I could use this and put one of those cute little animals from that paper I showed you at the beginning of the live with the playing in the rain. I didn't like how that looked. Want the blue sky at the top. Okay, so there you have that. If you were using colored DSP, if you were using colored cardstock, you would need a middle piece. But on this one, you don't need it. So here you have this and you say, Colleen, where did that paper go that you don't want to lose? Like I said, use it or lose it. Is this the one I cut off? Yep. So this is the piece I cut off. This one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere it here. And again, it really doesn't matter how much you slice off, but it should be a good chunk. You don't want to do half. Well, I suppose you could do half. I'm going to try to put it in between this side and this side. Okay. Now I know that it is 4 1/4 this way, so I need a piece that's 4 inches, and this was 2 and 2 1/2, so I need 2 1/4. So I'm going to take my designer series paper and I'm going to cut it. Oh, I tell you, I should put that slidey side down. So I'm going to cut this, doesn't going to matter, but at 4 by 2 1/4. And this time, instead of the stripes, I'm going to use the flowers. So I'm going to put some glue, or in this case, tape, and I'm going to put it right in here. And this is where if you have like larger die cuts, this would be cool to put like your flowers like, well, here. Like this came off of the DSP and I cut these out and I have that great big toadstool, except what is it, a mushroom, right? And I cut this little guy out and I could put words here, but I think I decided not to. But in here, you can always put on the inside. Now you have to be careful with this, that you're not going to be putting any words like around in this area. Here, I can do this. You make sure you don't want to put any words in here because it'll show through. So you basically want to, I love spring. Hear that? I love spring. Yay! And then when you shut this, it's all covered up. So that's the point of that one. This one here was just, I cut off a little bit less. So it looks like it's a lot longer than this. This is just DSP. And what I did with here, I had a ribbon. And this is a cute die cut that had holes in the end. And I just thought that was sweet. So there we are, our cards for today. I'll hide that one. You know, again, when I was talking to you about use it or lose it, I knew if I cut this off, what am I going to do with this? Here, you know what? I have a thought. If you can stay around for another, but here's this card here. It goes like that. We're going to put this here and here and here and here and here and here. This one, actually, I wonder, there is a, oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh, I am just brilliant. What I'm going to do is I'm fold this. I don't even know how long this is. I'm going to fold it like this. Oh my goodness, my head is just so excited. You're like, Colleen, how can you be so funny? Oh, be quiet, Google. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this onto the back of the card here. And fold this over like this, increase that a bit. And then I could take a piece of, where's that green card that we had before? Here it is. I can take this. Holy buckets, that's too low. I'm going to put it up a little higher. And I can take dimensionals or tape or whatever. I'm just going to put it here. You guys, look at this. We didn't have to wait till Christmas to use that little red piece. There we go. And now it's another fun fold. Wee, wee. Can you see that? Wonder. Wee, wee. And we used the red piece that we came up. Well, you guys, what a fun night this was. I created a new card on the fly and made some other cards with you. Hopefully that you can use some of these ideas in your card making this week. So I will see you next week on the 14th of March. Is it the Ides of March the next day, the 15th of March? But 3/14 is Pi Day, 3/14. Talk to a mathematician about that, or maybe your favorite high school teacher. So anyway, thank you so very much. You guys are the best, and we'll see you next week.